We don't have any statistics. Let's check our unofficial stats. All in favor of the Giants. Here we are. Look at the first downs. Yards rushing. Oilers haven't had one passing yard today. There's your total yards.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time any day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. And before we get started, just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. Well, the New York Giants and their linebackers. Now, whether we're talking, outside / edge rush linebackers, we're talking, in the middle, Blake Martinez and all, they don't got a lot of experience. I mean, they got guys, and we got some depth. I'm not going to say extremely, unbelievably quality depth, but we got depth, but we don't have a lot of experience. Now, if you go over, online, I got their roster pulled up here. I mean, you look, the X-Man, this is his fourth season. It might be his fourth and last season with the Giants. The X-Man is like almost an old man compared to, some of their linebackers here. I mean, Ellerson Smith, this will be his second season. Quincy Roche, this will be his second season. Azeez Ojulari, this will be his second season. Blake Martinez, this will be his seventh season. Justin Hilliard, this would be his second season. I mean, we had four rookies last year. I mean, Trent Harris, this will be his fourth season. Tay Crowder will be his third, Mr. Irrelevant. Carter Goff will be his third. Maury Cobb, this will be his second. T.J. Brunson, this will be his third. Cam Brown, this will be his third. We don't. I mean, we got one guy that has more than 4 years of experience on the roster. So we could use some experience. Now, whether I don't know if they're going to sign Blake Martinez maybe for the long haul. We would be able to, if we wanted to keep him, we could do that next year. And I'm so happy that they got him to take a pay cut. Hopefully, he'll be able to come back because he got injured in the third game of the season. That's the first quarter. I don't remember. It might have been the freaking first drive of the game against the Falcons. So the nice thing about him getting injured early in the season, all right, ruined the whole freaking season, for him. And the Giant fans too, because we could have used them. But anyway, is that hopefully he'll be back in time for the beginning of this season. Now, if he had injured himself late in the season, like what Shepard did, then things might be a little more questionable as far as this season. But hopefully he'll be back in time for the beginning of this season. Now, we had Tay Crowder took his spot, led the team in tackles, 131. I mean, he didn't, he had some issues, he had some problems. But, I mean, when you're Mr. Irrelevant, all right, and you lead the team in tackles, 131, kudos to you. Freaking fantastic. That was a really good pick. Now, unfortunately, Tay Crowder, once again, there's no association with him and Dable or Shane, or, so who knows, a lot of these guys, if they're going to be around for the long haul either. But hopefully we get Blake Martinez back. And hopefully if we can maybe re-sign him again, that would be for another year or a couple of years. That would be absolutely fantastic. But anyway, to either get some depth, especially in the middle linebacker, or maybe get somebody to put next to Martinez would be really, really good. Really, really, really special. Now, there's a bunch of guys in the draft class here, all right, as far as like the middle linebackers, right, that the Giants could use. A lot of it's like it's like ice cream. Got a lot of ice cream here. It's like pick your flavor. What do you want? What do you need for your defense? What does Wink want? I'm not so sure if he's going to want somebody who's really heavy and a banger. Somebody can clog up the middle, and he might want somebody more or less along the lines that maybe can fly around the field, blitz, cover, tight ends, maybe running backs. Because that's what we're going to be doing a lot of. So a lot of it's going to be like, pick the type of linebacker that's going to work best, obviously, in your defensive system. So, we got guys here in around 250. We got guys in the 220s, the 230s, the 240s. We got guys under 6 foot. We got guys obviously over 6 foot. We got all kinds of guys who can fly all over the field. Guys that get very good in the run. Some guys are really good covering. Some guys can do both. So now the first two guys here, okay, I think that there's no way the Giants are going to take them unless they trade back. If they make a trade with, say, the Saints, and they trade whatever, pick 5 or 7, they move back. I think the Saints got 16 and 19 now after they made the trade with the Eagles. And maybe a 16 or 19, one of these guys might be in play. Now, I don't know. You'd have to wait and see what the Giants would wind up valuing. Because they could take maybe another offensive lineman, they could take another edge runner, whatever. But that's the only way between Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean, okay, that the Giants, I think, would really wind up being able to grab one of these, because they're not going to take him with pick 5 or 7. I highly doubt it. But anyway, Devin Lloyd, they got PFF has him as the highest graded linebacker. All right. There may be no better all-around linebacker in the class. Lloyd can take on blocks, blitz, and cover tight ends at a high level, which would be huge. I don't know how many times I get so sick and tired. Jason Witten's a great tight end, this, that, and all the other thing, but he's like the slowest wide receiver running patterns, and it's like every time. I don't know how many times after the Giants would play the Cowboys, you look at the box and go, Jason Witten had 11 catches again. It's like, and it's like for 15 years. How does Jason Witten? We for 15 whatever X amount, we can never find anybody to cover it. Absolutely unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. But if we get somebody. I said like Lloyd, somebody who can cover somebody who can blitz, because that's what a lot of Wink's going to, it's going to happen in Wink's Martindale's defense. So, Devin Lloyd, which is why he earned a 90.2 grade this year, and with above average grades in every facet. So, Devin Lloyd is 6'3", 237. So nice size, not super huge, not super light, so he might be the first linebacker to go off the board. Then you got, of course, Nakobe Dean, who just freaking flies. But he's only 5'11", a little under 6 foot. That doesn't, it's not the 1886 Giants where you had like 4 linebackers who were all like 6'4", 6'5", whatever, and were all like 250 pounds, and it was just pretty much, You couldn't get outside of Carl Banks. You couldn't get outside of Lawrence Taylor. And if you ran in the middle, you're going to run head on into Gary Reasons, Pepper Johnson, or Harry Carson. Things have changed. The way the league is now with the passing and all. You got these hybrid linebackers, right? And that would be kind of like a Nakobe Dean, 5'11", 229. Okay, Dean's range at the linebacker position is unparalleled in this draft class. He's not only straight line fast, but he also processes and reacts with elite quickness. All right, so we got here. Dean is like a running back flipped into the defensive side of the ball. He sees where plays are going, can run with the best of them in space. He's probably better suited for a weak side role, but I'm not sure if it matters with the way he plays the game. You're definitely going to want to take advantage of what he can do as a blitzer. So, Wink Martindale's defense, blitzing, is huge. So, if you got somebody who can damn near catch anybody, that's pretty special. Leo Chanel, all right, from Wisconsin. All right, he's a big guy. All right, he's he's good with the run game. All right, 6'3", 250. All right, Chanel is going to thrive in a man blitz heavy scheme. He packs a punch as a downhill player, as he can light up offensive linemen with ease. His 94.1 run defense grade wasn't too far behind Micah Parsons' 94.8, which was a college record. So I mean, so he's a banger. He's big. I mean, he's like a tackling machine. I mean, you put Blake Martinez here and you put Chanel here. I mean, you got two tackling machines. But Chanel is like downhill. I mean, he'll help clog up the middle. Maybe go make tackles wherever he has to. Really really good, but maybe ain't going to help you too much in the as far as maybe in the coverage. Since now you're starting to get into what type of ice cream you want. I mean, is somebody you want? I mean, because quite possibly Chanel. Let's see here. They got a second round grade on him. So he'll probably be there for the Giants in the second round, right? Whether they trade back in the first round or not, I mean, in the second round he'll be there. Brian Asamoah from Oklahoma. Okay, he's a small guy too, 6 foot 226. I mean, he's like a cornerback. maybe a little heavy. Or safety. It's 226. It's not, But Asamoah is undersized at 6 foot, 226 pounds, but he possesses sideline to sideline range. His processing skills took massive steps forward in 2021, causing his grade to jump. He was at 57.1 in 2020, so he went up to a 73.8. So, he did take a big leap this past season. He's a flyer. He flies all over the place. Okay, but he's only 226 pounds. Then you got Chad Chad Muma from Wyoming. All right, he's 6'3", 239. So he's a little bit bigger, right? But Muma was one of the most productive defenders in all of college football in 2021, generating 68 total defensive stops, 3 picks and 21 pressures for the Wyoming Cowboys. 6'3", 239 pounds. He has legit NFL size and athleticism. All right, and they got him here. Possibly a third round grade. Possibly he makes it to the third round. Might be somebody the Giants look for in the third round. All right. Then we got Christian Harris, from Alabama. He didn't have an absolutely phenomenal season this year. He's 6'1", 226. Once again, he's not huge. Harris is one of the most physical linebackers in the class who relishes the ability to hit anyone on the other side of the ball. His struggles come in coverage, where he's allowed nearly 1,000 yards. Not good over the past 2 seasons, so that's not good at all. His problem is he's 226. Now, he can get away with that in college, but 226 in the pros, if you can't cover, if you can't cover, they're not going to put you in there for coverage. For the most, put you in there on run situations. If you're 226, you can be able to handle yourself in the NFL. It all depends. As I said, once again, what flavor ice cream do you want? Then you got Troy Anderson from Montana State. He's tall 6'4", 243. All right, Anderson is a converted running back and quarterback who, in his lone full season at linebacker, 1 season, racked up an absurd 67 stops. There's no telling what he could do with more reps at this position. That's Troy Anderson at Montana State. All right. He's got, his pass rush grade was a 73. His run defense was an 80.2. His first season as a linebacker. So, somebody to keep an eye on. Then you got Brandon Smith from Penn State. He's 6'4", 250. He's like one of the biggest guys there, height-wise and weight-wise. All right. Smith is rare 250-pounder who is so athletic that he was tasked with playing the overhang role in Penn State's defensive backs in 2020. He's still out of control as a tackler, though. as he has to improve upon his 17.2% missed tackle rate in 2021. So he's got some issues, all right? But he's a big guy, 6'4". Then you got Darion Beavers from Cincinnati. He's 6'4". He's 237. All right. Beavers is one of the few true Sam strong side linebackers in this class. At 6'4", 237 pounds, Beavers was meant to go toe to toe with tight ends. So, right. Beavers can start in the league, but for someone who doesn't profile as a plus coverage player, I'm not sure, how high, how well he can wind up doing. So I mean, he might have some limitations too. They got him possibly going maybe in the 4th round. So with somebody like this, you're starting to look at more like just like get some depth in there. Giants have a 4th round pick. Maybe they look for somebody like this. Then you got Channing Tindall. I mean, it's ridiculous. You got out of the top 79 guys for PFF anyway. Three of the top 79 players, 3 of them are linebackers from Georgia. I mean, the defense was just unbelievable. Actually, the next 2 guys are both from Georgia. Channing Tindall, all right, he's 6'2", 230 pounds. He's light like Nakobe Dean is. All right, Tindall may not be the fastest linebacker in the country. Watching him move from sideline to sideline is a joy. In his first year of serious playing time, Tindall earned an 83 overall grade on 390 snaps. So, I mean, 2020 only had 75 snaps. I mean, sometimes it's the guys in front of you are just so good you just can't get in there. I mean, it's just sometimes. I mean, that's why some guys they transfer. They might be, well, I might be on the best team in the country, but I want to play. Well, you're not going to play. We got these 3 guys in front of you. So okay, well, see you later. I'm going to another school where I will play. That's Jermaine Johnson, right? Well, the same thing with Channing Tindall here. I mean, in 2019, he played 58 snaps. 2020, he played 75 snaps. All right. 2021, he played 474 snaps altogether, and he graded out an 84.4. So he had a nice year. So, I mean, there's possibly room for growth there. All right, same thing with him. He might be like a 4th rounder as well. Quay Walker. All right, he's 6'4", 241 pounds from Georgia. All right. Walker is one of the best run and hit linebackers in the class. Give him the freedom to play fast and he'll excel. That's because he's both speedy at 241 pounds and one of the best tacklers in the class, having missed only 7 times on 138 career attempts. So he's a good tackler. All right. 6'4", 241 pounds. Right. Once again, what's your flavor of ice cream you want? All right, then we got the last one I'm going to go over is JoJo Domingue from Nebraska. He flies all over the field. He's a good tackler. He sticks his nose in there. He flies all over the place. But he's 6'1". He's only 228 pounds. I mean, you look at him. He looks like maybe a safety. I mean, he's not really big. So I mean, is that something the Giants are going to want to have at the line of scrimmage? Let's see. Domingue is maybe a 6'1", 228 pound linebacker, but the role he played in Nebraska was closer to that of a slot cornerback. So still he earned an 87.8 coverage grade in 2021 to go with an 83.1 run defense grade. So I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, very good coverage, which is huge. I mean, might be something possibly you don't know what Wink Martindale might want to prioritize. Well, I said because the way things are, changing. I mean, we had Jabrill Peppers in the box. I mean, a lot of times he'd come up in the box. He wasn't very good at coverage, so let's throw him in the box, right? I mean, if they don't run, maybe we can have him maybe blitz and get. And Jabrill Peppers was very good at getting pressure on the quarterback. He wasn't good in coverage, so you get some other guys who might be better in coverage. Maybe obviously once again stick them in the box, but I mean have them go out in coverage. So some of these guys are good at maybe sideline to sideline. Some of them are good they're smaller, lighter, but they're good in coverage. Some guys are maybe a little bit bigger, obviously better in run defense. So, there's different types of ice cream here. I mean, there's only a couple that can probably do both, between really, really good run defense, maybe who can blitz, maybe cover a tight end, right? And those are guys, obviously, in the first round or so. And between Lloyd and Dean, the Giants aren't going to take them at number 5 or number 7. The only way that the Giants will take Lloyd or Dean, will be if they want to trade back with maybe, like, say, the Saints. But that doesn't mean that Chanel from Wisconsin, or Asamoah or Muma that they wouldn't take one of those guys, and possibly maybe in the second round with their second round pick. But however you look at it, I mean, it's kind of tough to fill out every place, all the positions, because they said the Giants need, edge, a little light, a little thin, as far as talent wise on the defensive front. They need cornerbacks. They only got 2 safeties. Middle linebacker, is not so much. I mean, they could use better quality players, but I mean, they have depth there, right? And if they don't, if they don't prioritize, that position that high, there's a good chance the Giants may not take like a middle linebacker in this draft. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time any day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!